Frank, you were right there. Wow. Just wrapping up a few setup things. I will be coming on stream in just a second. Well, I tell you what, you can't get much better intro music than the Mandalorian theme to get pumped up. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to stream. This is WagWorksGA. I am Geoff. You can call me that. You can call me Wags. Frank will call me various flavors of Geoff at some point through the stream. But anyway, hey, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good night so far. Hope it's been a good day. And hey, happy Pokemon Day, everyone. For those who don't know, it's a Statue of Liberty. It's a Stabby Pikachu. No, it's a Statue of Liberty Pikachu. Some friends went to New York and got this from the Nintendo store for us and brought it as a dog watching gift. It's, as you may have noticed, it gracing our stream here weekly. But yeah, I am of course in honor sporting my favorite Pokemon, Umbreon over here. For those of you who don't know, it froze on you. Well, you got it back just in time for me to talk about Pokemon Day. So really, that's good timing. You back? But yeah, for those who don't know, Pokemon Day is February 27th each year. and it commemorates the day that the original games, Pokemon Red and Green, released in Japan. I want to say 29 years ago. I'm a little fuzzy on that one. Give Ashley a raise. I saw her thumbnail when I was sick with the arrow saying disguise. Yes, absolutely. She is 100% deserving of a raise. We're doing all this work for free, which makes that challenging, but we're endeavoring to someday, you know, earn from our creative work. It would be good. It would be nice. But I mean, honestly, I can't stop doing it anyway, so I'm just here for the fun. Yeah. So Frank, do you know, is it 29 years of Pokemon as of like today? They had a big direct where they announced, of course, you know, updates for a lot of the games that are out there, as well as gave some new scenes from Pokemon Legends A to Z, which is pretty cool looking. Yeah, it's pretty much like, I don't think there was anything super duper crazy. There's going to be a new app for Switch and for mobile that's focused on battling. So it's going to look a lot like, if you watch the Pokemon VGC competitions on their Twitch channel, it's going to look a lot like that. But you can play on both mobile and on Switch. It'll connect to Pokemon Home. It looks like it'll be cool because I think they're going to include all the gimmicks from the different generations, because they showed like a Mega Evolved Charizard, I think, X, going up against like was it terastallized Dondozo, something like that. It's 96. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so 29 years. Next year is the big 30th anniversary for Pokemon. So that'll be cool. Finished with my coffee. Yeah. But yeah, it was a cool stream, and then they announced, you know, the different little things that they're doing in the various apps. I was, of course, interested mostly in Pokemon Sleep. Mostly in Pokemon Sleep, because I'm mostly interested in Geoff's sleep when I can, which is not often. I had a child up for 2 hours overnight last night, which means I also was up for 2 hours overnight last night. But I'll probably be coherent. It'll be good times. Anyway, yeah, there's that, and then like I think the big thing at the end was the new info on Pokemon Legends AZ for Switch. Probably Switch 2 as well. And I think that's supposed to be releasing late this year, which is pretty cool. I do love Lumiose City, so that was a good setting from Pokemon X. So yeah, it was good. Happy Pokemon Day, everyone! Yeah, woo! I should probably start my art program or something. Like I'm gonna do art or whatever on stream. Something like that. Frank, how's your day been going? I enjoyed watching your Magic stream earlier today for at least a little bit before I had to pull away. Yep, starting up that art there, boss. I am starting Clip Studio Paint right now. That's why I'm staring off into the middle distance, as one does. So tonight we're gonna be working on the Anthology comic. Part of me was like, we should do something different. We've been working on it so much lately. But then also the deadline for finals, including colors and shading, and if I wanted to play around with a different palette, that's less than a month away. I made the deadline for February 21st for the finishing up the inks and lettering. You want coffee, but don't. That's the worst, right? You need coffee for the energy to get up, but you can't get the energy to get up to get the coffee. Yeah. This is why we need, like, at least remote control car coffee drones. That is the future. But you're doing terrible. I missed that part. I feel like that was the headline that I should have read first. You okay? So yeah, because of the Anthology deadline still coming up in less than a month. You know, part of me is just like, well, we kind of need every stream we can on this thing. I do intend to do some work on it outside of stream, but also for the next few days at least, I'm going to be very much focused on trying to get our pitch packet together for Pitch Fest. That's the KC Kids Comics Unite Studio event. It's really cool. You submit 2 to 4 finished pages of your graphic novel pitch, your kidlit graphic novel pitch, along with a written, description of what your, your hook is and everything. Basically, your written pitch with comparable titles and all that. And then they get reviewed by professionals in the industry, like not just people creating, but editors, agents, the people that you really want to get your work in front of. Imagine those two chats are a single chat. Wait, is that how this works? That is so confusing. So you're terrible because you want coffee, but you don't want to get up. That makes sense. It checks out. I would hand you some, but I just finished mine, and also it doesn't work that way. Anyway, this Pitch Fest, it's a great event, and we have this story that we love. Ashley's written almost the entire script of like 220-ish page graphic novel. And we've got some sample pages, but we don't have like continuous sample pages. They're not all finished. Some are in various stages of, thumbnail and inks and all that. So we're trying to get together this like compelling, like at least 2 spreads, 4 pages that are all in a row that make sense, or at least are close enough to each other. We've rearranged a few things to really get the hook of the story in there. And I am scrambling to try to get it done. We have to decide whether we're doing it by Monday. And then we have, I think, until Thursday of next week. Is that right? Is that what the 7th is? Friday the 7th to get our materials in if we're doing it. So it's going to be a push. See if we can get there. It would be great. I love the story. I want to get it out there. But we want to make sure we get it out there right. But circling back, that's taking time off stream right now. So I'm doing anthology stuff on stream. So I can make the deadline for the anthology, which will be fun. Keep a thermometer next to your French press. The water should be 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Man, that sounds like so much work. I'm sure that making coffee that way is spectacular. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, just checking a child monitor at the moment. Everybody's good. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I'm sure it makes the coffee amazing. But then there's also days today where I'm like, this is my 3rd cup of instant coffee because I don't care and I just need the caffeine. I take it black, just like my soul. Anyway, this is a very long ramble about these, but so I think we're gonna keep going on Anthology tonight. But being that it is Pokemon Day, I did want to make sure to do a Pokemon warm-up, which, as those of you, such as Frank, who know the stream know, I use these. I don't always use the giant cards that are like, the size of my face. But tonight I am, because it's a special occasion, so why not, right? It's like 2 extra minutes. Yeah, but between like my work day, when I'm trying to juggle, day job, kids are running around, and all that, and then regular life when kids are also running around, and I'm, parenting, trying to do household, grown-up stuff, and then trying to fit in time for this, that 2 minutes can make a difference. Apparently Europe has great instant coffee. Interesting. At any rate, I'm using this guy, and I picked just one, so there will be no random. This just seems appropriate for Pokemon Day. We have, look at this big guy. Look at him right there. We have Gigantimax Pikachu, and even there's a shiny holographic card. Woo! So this is who I'm going to be doing for the warm-up. I'll be pulling up a reference here in a second. I can bring it over to art mode now because I actually have Clip Studio open. Boom! Sorry, you know what I need to do? I need to do my sound effect again. Whoop! 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 There we go. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Grandma's like, I need every minute I can get. Yes, but I do have a minute to hear why drip coffee tastes terrible. I and all of the viewership need to be enlightened. Enlightened. All right, looking up a reference right now as we speak. Not just any Pikachu. Gigantamax Pikachu. Ba-bam. Okay, where's a good reference? Yeah. Oh, I do kind of want the tail. Uh-huh. Okay, I think this will work. Dropping it on in there. Okay. Seems simple, right? Wow, definitely started typing with my fingers on the wrong row there. You know, it's the hot plate. Is it because it burns it? Is that what's going on? Is it burnt coffee? Yeah. You know, youngin', sometimes you need your coffee bitter because life is bitter. That's what I always say. So instead, invest in a universal insulated pot. Okay, nice. So like to catch the drip coffee. So no, does that make sense? I'm not sure that makes sense. It's fine. All right, so we got our Gigantamax Pikachu. Just look at that big guy. I'm gonna put in the words. I'm gonna do the thing. I'll fix that word bubble right there. Eventually I learn things, right? Right. Okay, that makes sense. Insulated pot so your coffee doesn't burn. Boom, there you go. All right. All right, I need to bring up the timer. So the drill with warm-ups is we're just gonna spend 5 minutes drawing. I welcome and encourage you to draw along because art is fun. And apparently I need to hydrate already. Good times. Oh, but the glass pot is so great. It shows all the coffee buildup from, you know, between the times that you washed it. It's wonderful, right? Okay, that's good. Yeah. Man, I tell you what, my allergies have been terrible lately. It's post-nasal drip city over here. It's good times. Good times. Anyway. Yeah, so it's 5 minutes. We're not really here to finish anything or do anything incredible. We're just like loosening up, drawing some basic shapes, thinking about character, thinking about, you know, positioning the character in space, really just getting into art mode. So again, art is excellent and fun, and I encourage you to draw along. You don't have to draw this Pokemon. You don't have to draw any Pokemon, although it is Pokemon Day, so maybe think about it. But also, you can draw whatever you want. Just draw. Timer starts now. I mean now. There we go. All right, so off to the races we go. Grab a non-black shade on my pencil tool. Maybe I'll try drawing with a small one this time. No, I'm gonna go big. So I usually draw my Pokemon sleeping, and I'm trying to figure out, like, is that an appropriate sentiment for Pokemon Day? And I'm gonna say not really. I want this one to be a little more lively. So Pikachu, Gigantamax Pikachu is just kind of, you know, very round. Very round. So we can have like a dust plume coming up here where it's like, I kind of want to do like a celebratory, like, wee type of pose. Definitely looking at it, especially the hands on the reference, it's got like a little bit of Stay Puft Marshmallow Man vibes for me. So I will bite Frank. What is a mocha pot? I am not familiar with this. Okay, I mean this is nice simple shape overall. I know some of the Pokemon I've done have had a much more like complicated overall shape, so it's nice that at least this one can get started pretty quickly. I do believe I remember hearing and also recognize just that Gigantamax Pikachu was actually designed to point back to the original Pikachu design in the Red and Green games, where Pikachu was in fact much rounder. In fact, if you look at art of Pikachu over the years, Pikachu has become a bit more kind of slimmed in and kind of stylized, but this is kind of reverting back to the original design. It's like a percolator, but it's small and allegedly makes almost espresso. There's a lot of qualifiers in that statement. What does that mean? It almost makes something that is roughly similar to. We got the like Gigantamax clouds, which are round on both sides. They're not flat on the bottom as I usually draw my clouds. You know, because of lifting condensation level and all that. Okay, I may need to scale this down ever so slightly to fit. Could have done this portrait probably too. That's okay. Gives me a room to draw some scene around it if I come back to this later. So something like that, okay. I mean, the eyes are very high up on its like really sloped forehead. But I would kind of draw it more like, oh, those are too big. That's creepy. Look at my Pikachu. I'm sorry. Sometimes I crack myself up with things that are just totally random. I can't, man. All right, there we go. Why is it that it's so hard for me to get the eyes on Pikachu correct? Yeah, I've used a percolator. That's what I grew up with in my parents' house. Was a percolator. Although I didn't drink coffee at the time, but I was very familiar with it. And then we switched to one a few years ago. But the problem is the base keeps burning out. So that's why we landed on French press. Because, you know, we figured running boiling hot water through plastic constantly is probably not great for us. And then drinking that water that comes out. All right, that's timer. I need to give Pikachu eyes, otherwise this is terrifying. There we go. That looks a bit more Pikachu-like. Okay. All right, this is a starting point. It's a starting point. Then that's the point of the warm-up, is to have fun, loosen up, and really just kind of give myself a starting point if I wanted to go back and do more with this piece later, which I may or may not do. Yeah. If I ever finished that Alolan Zorua, I did finish it. I'm just trying to figure out where it went to, actually. Excuse me. Let me just save this guy real quick. Oh, 227. Wow, it's the 27th, guys. Primer on adulthood. Pro tip number 437. You can always pass for an adult just by saying, wow, is it already? And insert, you know, the date. Gigantimax Pikachu is who I drew here. Okay, save that. What I was looking for was a sample, because I always say like, oh, if I decide to come back and finish this later, but I don't know that I've actually ever, or not recently, shown a sample of what that actually looks like. Hisuian Zorua. That's why I couldn't find it. It wasn't Alolan. There's no Alolan Zorua. Yeah, so this is what I mean by coming back and finishing. This is the degree to which I mean finished. But this one, obviously, this was a warm-up. This started out as a warm-up, and then I adjusted it until we got to where I liked it. Actually, did I have some layer comps in this one? I think I did. I did, just to mess with the foreground a little bit. If you haven't used layer comps in Clip Studio, they're a great way to toggle between stuff and kind of play around with things, because it saves sets of layers that you have turned on. So like, I blurred the foreground a little bit to kind of give a bit of a depth of field effect. You kind of see it going on there. Anyway, that's what I mean by finished art. This is one of my other Pokemon pieces that I'm rather proud of. But all right. So we're gonna go on to some comics. Get going. So this is our Dungeons and Dragons themed comic that we have submitted and has been accepted as part of the Kids Comics Unite anthology, titled Let's Go, cover to be unveiled in the near future. This one is going to be, the Kickstarter is going to launch April 22nd. And probably around that time, we might do some stuff on stream. We may even do some extra streams to kind of help promote, to create videos and things that can be used for advertising the book on social media. So you might see me talking to some of my fellow creators, interviewing when we do some drawing fun together. So that's possibly coming up. I'm excited for the possibility. I'm going to catch up on all this percolator info. Percolators are absolutely terrible. Okay. Frank, you have been dropping some knowledge here while I've been just kind of rambling on and on, but that's okay. All right, so espresso is espresso because it uses a combination of pressure and heat to make it concentrated. But the mocha pod doesn't quite reach the pressure of the actual espresso machine. Percolators are terrible because as part of making the coffee, it burns it. Your brewing water should be just shy of boiling and not actually boiling. But also, percolator recycles that already brewed coffee back into the grounds. So imagine making a pot of coffee, then using that coffee to brew another pot of coffee. I've actually thought about that. Sometimes I'm like, well, would that make it stronger? Because if it would, I'm kind of in. You know, probably not the best coffee, but a percolator does all of that in one brew, which makes it yucky. That's not just another way to make the coffee more concentrated. All right, so I'm pulling this up. It's the first page that anyone who's watched the stream fairly recently has seen, because this is my color reference. I'm trying to, I think most of them come from this palette, which you can't see this palette. That's okay. From a pre-saved palette I had. I just want to make sure that I strive for color consistency across pages, because if I didn't, that'd be weird, right? Is there any particular reason you've been coffee nerding? All right, 10:30, man. Man, where's the time go? Alright, inks are going to be reference. Yep. Let's go left page, inks, reference. Don't forget to cite your reference layer, kids. Even the cashier at the store said you should be a barista. Boredom. Oh, goodness. Well, I tell you what. I very much agree with the cashier. I mean, I am assuming, of course, that you know, apply this knowledge when you make coffee. Because if you know it, but then don't do anything with it, then that's not really, you know, helpful. Okay, grabbing a color here. I'm just gonna start going through. I should set a little bit of an overfill, an area scaling here. I turned it off for a bit. So area scaling, if you don't know, when you're using any kind of fill tool, just says, okay, whatever area that you're filling, I want you to spill over that by a few pixels on the boundary. And what it does is it helps you get underneath the lines a little bit better. And the reason that's important is sometimes in printing, if there's an offset in the colors, especially if you have your inks on separate layers than your flat colors, you can get a gap in between the color and the line. So you'll have like color, white space, line. So if you make sure you color a bit underneath the line on all the sides, then that prevents that from happening. You can make a kind of latte with your French press. It's kind of because it's just normal coffee instead of espresso. Make a pot of coffee with a French press, then pour it into another container. Clean the French press. Okay. 5 might be a lot. Let's see. No, 5's good. 5's good. So you notice, like, if I have set the area scaling, so now if I turn inks off, we're just a little bit under. This is a textured line, so it does, there's a little bit of white space, which I'm just gonna tidy up a little bit. Not a huge deal. Then warm your milk in the microwave for 90 seconds. Oh, you use the screen as a frother. Interesting. All right. All right, we're gonna. And I'm just laying down flat colors here. Shading will come later. And right now it is easier for me to simply go through, and if I'm coloring, for example, my main character's hair, to just go through and get it in all the panels in which it occurs. Excuse me. I'm going to stay working on the left page because that is a separate set of layers from the right page, but I'm really trying to work with a little bit of better efficiency here. Pulling the next color I'm going to do, so this is going to be the main character's skin. Oop. Try that again. There we go. All good there. Then just add the coffee. It comes out. That is cool though, that it comes out almost the same as with a steam wand, if you use the French press to froth it. That's a neat trick. Have you seen the video or the tips for doing like the what do they call it, like Dalgona whipped coffee? But it's basically using the fact that if you take the instant coffee and just heavily stir or whip it, or even use like a beater, it creates a really nice frothy cream, which can actually be used in other things, or to top other coffees, which definitely sounds like a Geoff move, topping coffee with other coffee. Have I done it already? Who knows? Probably. I probably have. But it's kind of a neat trick. And if you want to make it sweet, then you can obviously add like some kind of sweetener to it. Just gonna type this one up manually right here. Obviously, I will be filling in the eyes a little bit differently. You're a fill bucket colorer yourself. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. I can't remember why I've landed recently on using the wand, but I have. The fill bucket is very similar, you know, and you can, it has similarly in the settings and area scaling that you can set, and you can have it refer to other layers and set it to the user reference layer, so it can act very much like the wand. There's some other cool like close and fill I was using for a little while, which helps if you've got some gaps in your lines that you want to fill, but it gets a little wonky, so I don't always use it. Like you see what I did where it's in the unfilled area over there, gets filled in, and then if I try to fill that with the correct color later, it gets kind of weird. There's this cool tool that one of our kids comics studio friends told us about, the ice cream cone. It's very similar to the close and fill, but it works a little better most of the time. So yeah, it'll just find enclosed areas, and if you set it so it can find some gaps and fill them as well, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it turns out there's tons of ways to do the fills, and really it just comes down to personal preference. Oopsie daisy, that's too much area scaling. There we go. I know sometimes I do like a combination of the wand and the bucket, and like just using the pen to fill any gaps manually before I try to select. Which it may not be the most efficient way. It works pretty well though, and I think what I'm learning is that as you work, it helps a lot to just, once you get used to a flow, that actually can, a flow that's not inherently efficient but that you're really good with can sometimes be more efficient than trying to pick up a new flow that itself is more efficient. You don't think you'd like, wait, which thing? Are we talking about the whipped coffee thing, or are we talking about the ice cream cone fill tool? I lose track sometimes. What are you? Okay. Sometimes the closing gaps can get a little finicky. All right, let's pick our next color. It's just got a nice gray shirt here. Yep. I do think one thing I like about the wand tool is that because I can see the selection in advance, it kind of gives me a moment to be like, is that really what I want to do? I mean, not that you can't just undo it with the bucket, but you know, the whipped coffee. See if your Wi-Fi can handle low latency mode. I haven't tried that one. Alright, I will have to decide on some colors here. But first, wait, oh, yeah, that's why. No. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Just a moment. Not seeing it on this side. No, it's okay. No big deal. Where do I feel like it's not by your phone? Okay. All right, chat. Ashley says goodnight. Help Ashley. Wait, are you asking Ashley to help you as in save you from me, or are you saying I should go help Ashley? We're good. She's got it. We were looking for a glasses case. Okay, me help her. Yes. She got it. I did help a bit. Just a bit. Oh, there's only one scene where he's wearing like his armor in this one. Fascinating. You know, some of these small areas I probably would just be better off filling with, you know, the pen tool. But I'm stubborn, so here we go. The gauntlets right there. We'll go gray on these for now, but I might. I'm debating whether I want the boots to be an entirely different color or just give them that pop of the kind of the crimson highlight that I've given a lot of his other stuff. Not sure yet. Making Ashley do the work. She is a proudly self-sufficient human, but I always assist where I can. In this case, she specifically told me not to get up and look for her glasses, if that helps at all. Yes. Nope, that's just gonna pick up that one. How about... No? How about here? There we go. That'll work. So yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is, like, I like to get the flat color down a bit first, and then oftentimes I'll come back and do a little bit of cleanup on it. Cover all the missing areas. I mean, I know I've decided on the crimson kind of highlight here. So really the question is, do I want to put it here on the boots? I could even put it kind of, no, that looks kind of weird. Maybe just do like a darker gray at the base, something, make it a bit more monochromatic there. That could work. Oh, what is this? What is this song? I know this song. Files like, oh, it's the Sonic 3 file select music. That's what it is. Like, why is this music emblazoned in my brain? This is his bag. There's the strap right there. Yeah, the point of this first pass is just to kind of get the colors down where they need to be, and then I'll come back and do kind of a refining look at it before I move on to shading, is my plan. Okay, so his backpack straps are just like that. Yeah. That one right there. Ba 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 ba. Hello? There we go. All right, cool. Cool. So Frank, how did the rest of Magic go? Last I looked, you were cleaning up, my friend. Kept winning. Yeah, some of those looked like I looked, and you're like, oh, Frank's just starting a match, and then I looked back like 2 minutes later, and it's like, oh, Frank's won. He's just throwing repetitive like a dozen fireballs at his enemy. It was your curse. Terrible curse, my friend. Terrible. All right, and the backpack was just the same color as the highlight on the armor, but I'm just gonna pull it fresh because I'm paranoid. So, oh, I forgot. Like, speaking of D&D, we finished our campaign Monday. The library game that I've been playing, I started about a year ago. We finished our first camp, like my first ever D&D campaign. So we finished this like year-long campaign, and it was very satisfying. Oh, 2-panel comic, nice. Going back to a shorter format for a bit. No more D&D anymore. Well, we're starting a new campaign is what's happening. I'm like talking to my chat screen over here, but you're here. Not here, but here. Oh, 2 more panels to go. Oh, yes, of course. Of course. Oh my goodness. So which comic are you doing this time? Is it a Loosey Goosey? Is it a Jelly and Beans? Open a new canvas. Let me at least save this one first, just in cases. Sure. All right. I'll play your game. I'll play your game, you rogue. Another Jelly Beans. You've been in a groove with those lately. Do this plus 2 more Jelly Beans. Sorry, Jelly Beans, not Jelly and Beans. I don't know why I said that. Draw a dog. Okay. This is gonna be a lot of brush strokes. You mean whole dog, not just part dog? Apparently I'm doing a really crazy forest percent. No being lazy today, but look, the dog is jumping from off screen. Whee! I'm gonna have to. I don't know why I started drawing over here. Also, I made that paw huge, just huge. Too much foreshortening. Too much. Also, this pose is terribly unbalanced. All right, I'm gonna call it on that. Yeah. This is a little bit. Should be the other rear leg down and other rear leg up because this is not safe. Give him wings and have him breathe fire now. Okay. You know what? No, I'm gonna do that on a separate layer because we can then do dramatic things with making the dog suddenly turn into a dragon. Actually, I'm gonna do it like that. Okay. This reminds me, you know what a really fun graphic novel is Dungeons and Doggos. If you, I highly recommend picking it up from your library if you can. It's very well done and it's fun. It's along similar lines to one that we do have. Another good one is Dungeon Critters. I love this one. It's also one of my daughter's favorites as well. And technically I should give her credit. She found it first. And I just also liked it. There's nothing back there? No. Good. All right. So we have a dog breathing fire with wings. What's happening? Where are we? Who are you? What are all these bright lights? Nah, I'm gonna go back. It's perfect. All right. Was this just a for funsies exercise? Is that what's going on? I thought you had a point with this. Which is fine if you don't. You don't have to have a point, but, you know, I was just curious. Boop. I am just going to lay down a color on the zipper on the backpack so that I remember and have a reference in this layer or in this page of what the actual color I intended was. Hey, okie dokies. Wow. Wow. What am I doing? Where? It's to make me practice my art muscles. I do say that. I do say that sometimes. Practice my art muscles. That's enough spontaneous practice. Okay. Yeah. More colors! More! Whoa. Oh, right. This is just rough colors, so I can see how that goes. There. See, now I'm doing the fill tool. And that's cool. Oof. That is a huge area scaling on that. What did I put it at? Just 4? Okay. Oh, because I'm filling up to the vector path. That's why. So that's another option with the fill bucket that I forgot was great. Is that you can tell it to fill up to the vector path, which fills each color to the midpoint of the line, which is really great. And then you don't actually need area scaling like I did anyway. So, yep, just undo it all. It's great. You gotta love it. You love to see it. Frank, how do you practice your art muscles? we're getting some color on this page. Nerd. I believe that is on my business cards. Maybe I want this screen. We'll try this screen. Then we'll grab a different one for the bushes, since I have an array. I might actually make these bushes like more shadowy. Shadowy. I don't know why I drew that one out. Anyway, it's all good. Okay, all good there. You make comics, that's how you practice. You practice your art muscles. Except you need to do more single stroke practicing. It's good, like all that kind of stuff is great as long as you got time. Like the thing that I always, it's interesting to see. So, you know, we are part of the Kids Comics Unite and studio communities. We're part of SCBWI, which is the Society for Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. We don't attend stuff as actively as we used to. They're both incredible, like, wealths of information. Like, if you want to do something and get better at it, joining groups like that is incredible. And like attending the different like seminars and stuff, it's amazing. But I know for us, what we hit a lot, especially since creating isn't our full-time job or our day job, and we have, you know, 2 young kids, so we're pretty active. It's easy to get so sucked up in like learning and improving that you then have lost the time to really create the big thing. Which, don't get me wrong, you can go into a period of learning and growing, and then like usually when you do end up going to create the big thing the next time, you see like incredible growth, and it's great. But the thing is, your best growth comes from doing the thing a lot of the time. Like eventually you'll plateau, and then you'll need to learn some new things to help you advance. But like, I think that by making comics and doing the thing, you're doing awesome favors for your growth already. Okay, there's that. It's a tree. Wait, that's not the sky color. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, the Me Channel music from the Wii. I love it. No lies, I would definitely just put this on in the background for like, not hours, but like for, you know, a while. Just listen to it. It's very soothing. Watching the Miis, they're just so happy walking around. It's great. This and like the Wii Shop Channel music, iconic. I'm telling you, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, I did want to go back and put these as white. I can just change the brush, though, on the inks layer. I was thinking I was going to put it in the flat colors layer, but maybe I'll keep the numbers and inks, and then just change the ink color to white. That's fine. So Frank, you said your first system console that you ever played was GameCube, right? GameCube, then PS1, then PS2. Oh, man, the highlight color, it gets me on the color grab every time. It's supposed to be grabbing just the layer color from flat colors, but it is not. It is not doing that. There we go. Wait, is it? Yeah, looks good. Then Xbox 360, then Xbox One. Oh, why did I do that? I didn't shift it back to the fill bucket. Man, come on. Come on. Then Xbox Series X and S, and now PC. Nice. So you never played the Wii then? You missed the waggle mechanics. Oof. Okay, I'm glad that the sidewalk has a little more purple to it because it definitely very nearly blends in with his shirt. Only played it when visiting cousins. Yeah, so I did a lot more gaming, like, you know, elementary school, junior high, high school, and early college. And then once I actually, you know, started working more, then it kind of declined. So like, I had the Wii. Then we got like a PS3, which had already been out for quite a while at that point in time. I still have the PS3. That was my most recent PlayStation console. And then we didn't have, and then we stuck with that combo until the Santa brought the kids the Switch a few years ago. I did have handhelds, so I played PSP Go and DS and 3DS. I had all of those, and those were great as a commuter. So I guess I had consoles, but it was mobile because that was my video game time, was while I was, you know, on the bus. Yeah. All right. We're getting there. We've got most of our flat colors down on this page. It's coming together not too slowly, and that's good news. At this point, it is just a little after 11. I'm going to take a break, hit the bathroom, maybe grab a little snack. I will be right back. So, where's my be right back screen? There we go. I need to watch and make sure. I need to double check to make sure this image carousel has actually. I had updated it at one point, I thought, but I don't know. No, it does not have. I have some of them, some of my newer ones. I've got to update my image carousels. One of these days, I'm going to do new overlays and update things, but that's okay. Lily was in trouble. She bit you, so you sent her to the room, and she said, "You old man." Oh no! Like a fire breathing. Is that the inspiration for that request, for that live draw exercise? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sorry to hear she was in trouble. I will hear the rest of the saga after I get back, because I really do have to go to the bathroom. All right. Back in like 2, maybe 3 minutes. Yeah, see y'all in a few. All right, I'm back. I'm back. You just connected the dots. Ah, yes, much like my drawings. All right, what do we got here? Onward and then continuing with the coloring. We're getting there. I should probably just go ahead and lay down the white background behind the speech bubbles. And then I'll probably turn that layer off just to kind of sorry, I blanked out for a second there. That was amazing. Yeah, I'll probably do that just to get them out of the way for coloring. Yeah. Oh, that is white. Okay, good. Good. I don't know why I turned into Popeye right there. That was great. Really great. Just great. Phenomenal. Spectacular. Really, if you think about it. Pretty incredible. Yep, it's awesome. Don't mind me. It's 11:10 p.m. on a night where the day after night where I did not get a great sleep. So I'm sure I'm making all kinds of sense here. Alright, let's grab the colors for these two ogres. Orcs. Sorry. Orcs. Alright, and it is the purpley one is the one on the left. Really? There's... Huh, okay. Yeah, we'll let him be all purple for now and come back to it. Hey, welcome back, Frank. Where'd you go? Excuse me. Oh man, is it really gonna do this? Okay, so hard light, soft light, glow. Now, no, it still doesn't want to select. What else is showing over this that is not letting me select the color on this layer? That is one of the things that drives me crazy. Sometimes, even though you tell it to select just from the layer that's highlighted, it'll grab like a highlight or shadow layer color. But in this case, I'm trying to take everything off. And it won't. It just won't. Turn off sound effects? No. What? Like that? No. 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 Why can't... Okay, well, you know what, though? You know what? You know, I can just pick the color. That's fine. Sometimes I get so caught up in trying to do the convenient thing that I forget that there's, you know, just the normal thing, which may not be convenient, but works. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Oh, the texture on the shadow? Oh, that was a fun one. I grabbed a cross-hatching brush. I'm trying to remember if it was one that I got from the Clip Studio Assets store. But yeah, so under hatching, I think this was one that I had gotten. Yeah, this is one that I got from the Clip Studio Assets store. Where can I get tool info? And you can do this with any number of texture tools, including ones that just come with Clip Studio. But this is like one in the hatching and sand pattern category of the decorations brushes. I went in and I did the cross hatching, but instead of doing it straight up for shadow, I set the color to transparent. So I used it as an eraser. So like, actually, hold up. I think I have an extra layer that I turned on here. Shadows copy. I did. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see it a little more clearly here. That I just, yeah, around the edges of the shadows, I use the crosshatch tool as like a crosshatch eraser to soften the edge of the shadows. Yeah, hold on. I can do it. So like, yeah, say I'll do a different layer. Should be able to fill. Nope. yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna do a rough boop, 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 like this, right? So something like that, and then I come over to my crosshatch. I set my color to transparent, adjust my size to where I want it, and just kind of. Especially focusing on softening up the boundary. And it's like that. That's what I did there. You know, it'd be fun if I do do any streams where I talk to some of my fellow creators on the project. I might get Geoff Larkin. That would be cool. He actually runs the Clip Studio Cafe group for Kids Comics Studio. He's done some great tutorials and stuff. Like, he has a great knowledge of the program. It would be fun to talk to him, not just about the anthology, but also about Clip Studio. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun using the different textures to kind of, but using it like a textured eraser. It's good times. Good times, I recommend. Okay, yeah, I was grabbing color from my ogre friend, my orc friends. Why am I calling them ogres? I play D&D. Come on, Geoff, get your head in the game. Oh, yeah, he can just be that color. What a delightful sickly shade. Oh, because I turned the, that's what happened. I turned the inks reference layer off. For the word, ooh, that is a very, very yellowy green with only the blue for reference. Okay, any more with that guy? All right, and we'll get the nice green of his. I may not be able to grab that. I'll have to do that from the actual palette. Or can I? Did I save that? I think there it is. Okay. Yeah, that was it. That was the green for the eyebrows. Okay. So really, they just show up there. It's pretty limited. I think the coloring gets even faster once you've got the most of the flats down. Yeah, I think using like a textured, either texturing the shadow itself or using a textured eraser to kind of reduce it it's pretty fun, and I think it really kind of it's a good way to instantly add mood. Maybe I'll do it like this, and then I'll actually soften this. Actually, I can just do it this way, because then if I add a shadow over the top, that could be interesting. I mean, or I could just color it. Oh, it's also, I'm missing something. Hold on a second here. I'm not. Okay. No, I just didn't draw it. I just didn't draw it. Never mind. Never mind. I know what I'm talking about. Everything's fine. I'm an expert. Right. Okie dokie. And now the part of this all that I'm the weakest at is coming up very quickly here, where I get to make decisions. It's like, you know, you'd think for someone who has trouble making decisions, why would you do something like art where you're just making decisions constantly? Maybe it's me seeking to get better at it. Maybe that's what's happening. But like, I'm gonna have to choose his pants color. Is he a khaki pants kind of guy? Or is he a jeans kind of guy? I mean, my default is jeans. Jeans colored pants. Let's try it out. How do we like it? Maybe. I mean, how's looking? So that's just his skin color. That's not right. No, I'm just gonna back that right out. Back that one right on out there. That was very much too much his. Oh, maybe the khakis with the. I mean, it's a very washed out thing though. But I'm not trying to give him bold colors because his character is. The character of the boy, his personality is rather timid in the real world. He's trying to channel his bold adventurer. Like black or gray. Yeah, I've got a lot of gray going on here. I've got the straight up gray of his shirt. I've got the more lilac tinted gray of the sidewalk. I'm hesitant to add any more of that. But I am worried a little bit about the value, so let's check that out right now. We're gonna add a correction layer and take saturation down to 0. Yeah, okay. So I need to do at least a darker. Nope. So something like that. It stands out a little bit more. You're mad? Why are you mad? Okay, that's a little better. It stands out from... So now watch me turn this off and be like, oh, I distinctly do not like the hue of this. The hue. Or the saturation. The value is good. Value is the word I'm looking for. Okay. Turning off correction layer. That's not bad, actually. That works out pretty well. In 3rd grade, you wanted a backpack that had one strap that you wore diagonally. This sounds familiar. It's only got one strap, you wouldn't want that. Hey Daisy, welcome on in. Ninja'd again. Also, how's your night going, Daisy? Good to see you. I could do like a dark gray on the shoes, like the Converse. I had a pair of dark gray Converse that I loved. Back in 1937. Now, you two. I want you to each say something nice about the other one. It was to be a ninja. I mean, that is a valid reason for most things, honestly. I mean, in many things I would side with Frank. In this one, Daisy, you might have a point. It was not personal, but you mean it. Daisy, you have pretty birds. Nice. All right, Daisy. Now something nice about Frank. You're great at math. Very nice. See? Look at these positive vibes. Nothing but positive vibes here. That's what we do. Nothing but positive vibes. No, just kidding. We don't roll that way. Daisy, I was gonna ask, how long have you been playing Rivals? I heard you. I saw you were talking about it in the in Frank's chat. I don't play, but as a Marvel fan, I thought like it's super cool. I do like the visual style of the game. Really, are you gonna? I think it's just the lighter gray. Oh my gosh, I cannot catch a break. And I put this glow layer in to try to like give this like glowy fantasy feeling to everything in his imaginary world, but it's blocking me actually just picking the colors I want, and it's very frustrating. For like a month, on and off sort of thing. Got it. It's one of those things where it's like I see like it's free to play, it looks really cool, but then I'm like, oh, but I have to play with other people. You don't think my heart can handle that much fast action? Well played. Well played. I'm just standing here minding my own business, and this fella comes up to me and he's got forks sticking out of his hands, and I just don't know what's going on. Oh, he is not that yellow. That's what. I was like, I thought that was a really yellowish green on this orc. And hello? There we go. And it was. It was a very yellowish green because it was not my actual green. It was my glowy highlight. This is the green. This is the green. Oh, you guys. You guys. How did I miss that? So you are saying, Daisy, that it's a fast-paced game. The kind of game where it makes a difference to be able to tell if it's Wolverine or Captain America off in yonder distance. Oh no, I saw the chat. I was lurking for a while and just kind of peeking in every now and then. I couldn't focus or chat because I was trying to wrap up some stuff for work, but I was kind of just a Ukraine. I lurk. It's what I do, especially during the workday. I mean, also, like, usually if I'm watching Twitch, I'm either working and just need some background noise, or I might be like, if it's in the evening, I'm doing dishes or something where my hands are not free to chat. So oftentimes I'm just I'm just lurking, just because I'm busy doing other stuff and trying to enjoy people's gaming vicariously. It looks nothing like Wolverine. Oh right, you're actually saying it looks more like one of the minions, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, what was it? I'm gonna grab some more colors here if my own work will let me. Okay. Is that really hoping it'll? Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Jeff loves minions because he's old. Captain America is almost fully yellow with just like the blue accents, and Wolverine has a half blue, half yellow jacket. Okay, gotcha. Exercise? I thought you said extra fries. Oh, goodness. What? Wait, are you saying that it's a general impression that old people like the Minions movies and Despicable Me? Frank, I'm pretty sure that's a kid's movie. Although, you know, obviously I'm a strong proponent of enjoying kids media at all ages. Maybe even creating it. Only old people and little kids love Minions. Oh man, if I had the quotes command working, that would be such a great quote, Daisy. We start off as children and we end as demented older children. Oh gosh, that's so true. That's so true. I mean, I have a lot of the standard stream elements built out. I just didn't do extra work. Oh. You know what? You know what? This was fully to be expected when I gave you mod privileges, and I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Well, at least it's a compliment. I'm happy that it's a compliment. It brings joy to my heart. All right, I'm gonna color in these fellas. They're gonna be let's see. So yeah, okay, different color. I want to make them a little less pale because they spend time in the out of doors. Look at me making decisions, doing things I'll probably regret and change later. You won't make bully commands, those are for your stream. We are children friendly here. Nope, that was not the right one. That was the other guy. That's the guy. Speaking of bully commands, generic bully number 2. Or maybe he's number 1. Technically, he might have been the first one introduced. Alright, I am gonna make sure to color in behind on the football. I'll do white. I was gonna do off-white, but that's okay. I do appreciate it, Frank. Thanks. I might tweak it in the future, but it is helpful and one of those things that I probably should have set up a year or two ago. A year ago, I guess. I haven't hit 2 years yet. July will be 2 years. But hey, at the rate things are going, who knows? You know, maybe I will be having more time for streaming in the near future. And that's all the political talk for today. I'm staying out of it, but thank you. Or should I say Frank you? No, I shouldn't say that. That sounds terrible. Why did I say that? All right. Doing pretty good. So we're started coloring about an hour ago if you count breaks, and we're most of the way through this page. Feel like that should probably be faster somehow, but you know what, we are getting there. And I am chatting as I do this, so you know, there's all that. Excuse me. Okay, what am I missing that I haven't colored yet? Oh, I did put a background layer of white in, so anything that doesn't have its own color will get kind of copied in. The bucket tool is for losers. Wait, PF, that's profile picture, is that right? Thanks for explaining, youngin'. I feel so old when I have to ask that, but it's all good. It's fine. I'm great. I'm wonderful. You're crying on the inside. Not me. Not me. There is a text bubble here. It is not canon that this guy is missing a leg. We do not pick on differently abled people. Oh wait, are we? How old are those buff people? The idea is they're supposed to be older teens. So the age demographic for this anthology and the comics in it is middle grade, which technically spans about 9 to 12 years old. And the point was that these boys were supposed to be a few years older than the protagonist, giving him grief. So that would put them squarely in the like probably 15, 16-year-old range. What the heck are they feeding the children? Largely whey protein and creatine. Frank, thank you for adding a schedule command. Oh my goodness. I have no revenue with which to pay you. Lurk. I'm not sure the command's gonna say that, but it's funny right now. No bully commands. Friday Night Frankie tosses a Werther's to distract Grandpa and runs off. Right. That might be too fair skinned. I was gonna have them be both like a more tan skin because they're, you know, outdoors more often. I probably should. I don't know. He can be fair skinned. That's fine. I like Werther's because I think it says Weathers. Yeah. Okay. So, alright, what do I want to do here? See, I've copied all the colors over that I can copy for the most part. I got a couple things I can bring from this one for like the, you know, helmet color or whatever. Alright, probably that gray. Yep, that's the one. Oh no. You find non-gross ways to say what you want all the time. Oh, so you can add a weather command for any place? That's pretty fun. Wait, where did they get their forecast from? This is gonna be a rabbit hole, you guys. Okay, I have to look this up. Weather variable. Okay. Does it pull it from the NWS? No, it's worldwide, so it's not NWS. Where do they get it? Updated every 10 to 15 minutes. Where do you get your weather information from, people? Okay, it's current conditions. Gotcha. Not forecast. So that's just from any standard METAR. Okay. Good seeing you too, Daisy. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good sleep. And Frank too, I guess. I'm always happy to have you show up to Ninja Frank in chat randomly. Keeps him on his toes. Okay. So Okay. I think it's just... It is not that. Okay. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay. Just a delay. There it is. You just have to specify a location. Oh, you got it. Oh. Command. Seriously. What? I don't chat much in Twitch. You can tell that I lurk a lot because... Okay. I have to fix this. Listen. I'm a lurker. Yeah. I don't chat much. And it really shows. This is motivation to work more at that. Well, hey, you can see it's a beautiful 65 degrees here right now. Yeah. You're gonna say no thank you, but, you know. Good times, good times. All right, yeah. On the bright side, I got the actual location part of the command right. Oh, he wouldn't let you ban it? Oh, do you usually ban those ads as well? I mean, it makes sense. I get why you don't want them just coming back. Oh, yes! That sounds about right. So yeah, fun fact, Google Chat actually has this feature built into it. And one of my friends and I, through work, whenever we greet each other for the day, we roll. Not necessarily... Dude, what is this RNG tonight? Come on. Not necessarily as a competition, but just to kind of... It's like a pseudo, like, how's the day gonna go? And as long as one of us rolls over like a 12, we consider it, or as long as our sum is over a 12, we consider it a successful save. But yeah. Hey, we can play rollies now. Oh, this is great. What? Okay. I'm gonna just... Okay, at least it's a 7. That's better. I'm gonna stop now, or otherwise this whole stream is gonna devolve into me just rolling d20. But now, when you and Daisy have disputes, you can do rollies to determine who is the true victor, as all things should be. Hey, that's not bad. You definitely looted the room. Congratulations. Nice looting. $19. You absolutely found nothing. Sorry, that was a DC of 23. All right. I got a little distracted with that, but we're getting close, so I gotta keep my eyes on the prize. Eyes on the prize, so we can get this done. Get at least a page colored tonight. I've got basically 4 streams until we have to get this this here comic submitted, and I want to do my best here to get it all done. Again, I'm probably gonna have to do some work off stream as well, and that's fine, but I would like to make as much progress as I can on stream here. And then, yeah, so then we'll be getting up close to the launch. Well, March 21st, the finals will go in. And then it's basically a month until the launch of the Kickstarter campaign. And I want to do some stuff to help with the campaign and get word out. I might do some extra streams at off times for that as well. But we're actually going to be, it's going to be interesting because I'll be past the Pitch Fest deadline and I'll be past the Anthology art deadline, so I'll be back to kind of a more normal schedule. I definitely want to do some art for summer games done quick this year, and then on top of that we've also got Core Toons spinning up. Right now we're in rerun mode for probably the rest of the school year. Then we'll get I'm excited for our new format kickoff for next school year. But yeah, so we're gonna have a little more variety coming up in the near future. Talk normal. You don't like the Midwestern voice? No, not a winner. That's just normal talking where I grew up. It's funny because, like, when you grow up with it, like, you hear it. But it also doesn't seem... Oh, I have anti-aliasing on, don't I? Where are you? Okay, there's more options here. Yep. Oh, it's not... Yeah, okay. Turn off anti-aliasing. It's still there. Because I already put it down. That's why. And again, anti-aliasing just means that soft border at the edge that's not entirely opaque. It's partially transparent, and that can really mess with using the fill bucket in the future. Either old Geoff or nothing. But I have so many voices to offer. So many. That's actually one of my favorite parts of reading with the kids, is doing the various voices. And like for my my son, like he has, like, I think I mentioned this before, he has like 300 pages plus of his own comic that he's created. So it's all just like fresh voices, and he'll introduce a new character. I'm like, oh, I have to pick a new voice for this one. Ironically, no old characters in there, though. No. Alright. Just gonna have to manually pick the color. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, no, it's a darker... Is it? It's not. That's fine. That's fine. It's good. It's good, guys. It's all good. Alright, he has a belt buckle, which is what color? Just that. Okay. Purpley. Dark gray. I angered you? Uh-oh. What? I did something. What did I do? What'd I do? Does this have to do with me lurking and disappearing? Oh no. You drew your... Why did it ruin everything? Hold up. I feel like we have a misunderstanding here. I could do this. Do I want to change up the color of the shadow here? So this is like an almost green gray. Very drab olive, very dark. It's the same color as the pants though. I don't think I like that. I don't know if I like the purple either though for this purpose. It doesn't, I feel like it doesn't make as much sense. Yeah. Just do straight up. No. Oh, you still had to separate them to get into the square format. Interesting. Okay. One is a strip, one is a square with single panels. So you drew each balloon in one layer. So, you're working in clip, right? Oh, goodness gracious, I just need to make decisions on these fellas and get them on in there. I feel like that hat color works. Although darn, it might be problematic. I'm not trying to make any kind of statement with the hat color, so but I definitely feel that red hats have a very specific connotation in our country right now, so I'm going to avoid that to avoid suddenly making this comic political by accident, because I do not want to do that. That is not my intent. Pink hat. I could. For diversity. Honestly, not the worst. I could at least do pink shorts for somebody. Kind of like that. It's funny because I know for me, I'm going to sit here like agonizing over every choice. Like, oh, what should I do? Is this right? Is this the right way to do it? But like, these are comic panels. People are going to read them in like a second. And they're going to be like, oh, that's just the shorts color. And it doesn't actually matter. As long as it prints well, that would be the only other caveat to that. Playing with the hair color, I don't have a really specific vision for any of these, which is why it's kind of like, well, if it doesn't particularly matter what color the hair is, and it could be any color, what do I do with it? We could do the kind of dirty blonde hair. Which, I'm pretty okay with that one. That's not bad. Maybe give him like a dark gray tank top, something like that. The only other thing is that I was considering, like, do I need to make a stronger correlation between the orcs and the boys? Like, clearly their hairstyle, their body shape, those things are carrying over. So, I'm not quite sure. You know, I was going pretty quick at first, and I felt for sure like we were going to get all the way through at least flats on this one. Then maybe I just got too distracted rolling dice. I don't know. Hey, I tell you what. Well, that sucks. I just replaced a color on my palette that I didn't mean to do. You're almost done too. Hey, look at that. I think it was this one. Okay. Pardon me. Maybe I should drink some water or something. I definitely think that slightly purpley gray I like it a little bit better. It's different than the main protagonist's color. I do have a little cleanup to do. Little bits left to do here and there. Not bad. You know, honestly, for jumping in, getting a later start, playing with things, I'm not too upset with the progress I've made here. We're doing okay. Just color this flat and I can get the laces in a second. Okay. Well. Okay. I haven't filled in the sound effects layer yet either, but that's okay. Not too bad. All right. So what? That's too dark. That's too dark. Okay. So I'm gonna call it on my stuff. Almost. Hold on. Let's get these pupils. So I have to clean up around the whites of the eyes. There's a lot of just kind of tidying up color and then adding some of the special effects, sound effects, colors. But we're mostly there. We mostly have a flat colored page. Not bad. Not bad. Decent progress tonight. We're gonna keep on trucking. I'm excited to see this thing completed, especially to kind of come and match the level of and styling of page 1. It's coming along. It's coming along, and it's gonna be a real thing, you guys. It's gonna be a real thing that I can hold in my hands, and I'm super excited for that. It's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So with that, I will head on over to just a moment. There we go. Hey, we here. Almost done storing it. All right. And what I will do then is I will prepare to get that in ye old OBS. It's fun. We're going through the annual review process at my work right now. Not that that's fun. I actually am not a fan and am terrible. Excuse me, at that part. However, I have to update the resume, and I actually added OBS on my resume. Cause I'm like, why shouldn't this be here? All right. Okay, sorry. Just sitting there watching things flash by on my Instagram page as I as I prep, because apparently that's how I roll. It's good times. It's good times. Yeah, actually, so I think it's pretty exciting. Ashley and I are going to be doing a podcast next month as part of the marketing efforts for the anthology and the book. So we'll be on the Story Comics podcast. One of our other KCS folks, Patrick Lugo, he's actually stopped by stream once or twice in chat. He actually was just on an episode that was released, and he's cool. He actually was a the lead graphical designer. I'm at this point of the night, I'm blanking on words. For Kung Fu magazine. It's pretty incredible, and he does a lot of fun work. He did the Tiger's I think I mentioned it before. He did the Tiger's Tail books, which are yes, these guys, which they're awesome, and they're like a great martial arts adventure journey. Wow, the tire just really does hit all at once. But yeah, it's a great martial arts adventure story. Each one stands pretty well. I mean, the sequel obviously follows directly after the first one, but it's really cool. Patrick's a cool guy. Yeah. Anyways, I got totally distracted. Yeah, he did an interview with the Story Comics as well for their podcast, and that one's out now, so you can actually find that one. You can actually find that one and listen. And he, I think, does a really good overview of the whole project and where we're at so far. Technical difficulties. Oh, I understand. Did you put an exclamation point? Because sometimes people forget to do that, I heard. Not me. Not me. But yeah, so I think pretty much you can count on from now until March 21st, which what day of the week is that? That'll be a Friday. So yeah, you can basically count on from now until March 20th. That's 3 more streams. We'll probably be working on this anthology comic, unless of course things come together really fast and we finish it before then, which would be really fun and cool. But otherwise, we'll probably work on that for the next 3 weeks and then move on to something else. What that is, I don't yet know. So we will find out. Why is Instagram stories so difficult? Great question. Who knows? Who knows is the answer. Probably because we tolerate it and don't demand better. All right. Pausing. Okay. Bringing it on into OBS. There we go. There's that. It's going there. That goes with the thing. And then this was the that. And then ba. Almost there. Just scaling everything, because, you know, as you do. Pew! Okay, there we go. Let's check it out. Okay. I'm dying. On your first day of school? How convenient. Now get up before I get the hose. Have fun. Love you. I won't forget this betrayal. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm assuming that this is following into another story. Or another strip, at least. Although the dad isn't actually all that old, right? It's not necessarily old man voice level. I read it as that, but I don't think. Okay. So in the last panel, that's the fence, I'm assuming, as he's working his way out of the house and through the yard. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's going to be one strip about Hannah getting up for school, and then the final one is going to be them at school. Okay, I like it. I definitely feel like a lot of the other ones that you've done recently have had a very clear, like, punchline at the end. And while this one has a little bit of that, I feel, for me, I get like a really, I feel like this builds the anticipation. I look so mysterious like this. I could just move it above my head, just completely over my face. I don't know. Who knows how to use the internet these days? It's fine. Okay, it is meant to be read with the next two. I moved it up just so, you know, it's not just like weirdly my mouth moving underneath the comic. Oh, this makes it look like I have no hair, which is okay. I'm just gonna do it. That's good. Hey, I can go lower. It's all good. I do really like the face in the last panel. That cracks me up. You know, I think for grass, like what I've actually noticed is like, I get that thing where like I see the big flat space. It's a wig. I'm cosplaying the dad apparently when I do this, and you can't see any hair. That's what's going on right there. What was I even saying? Oh my gosh, it's that time of night. Yeah, I get the sense of anticipation. I feel like this builds well into the next one as part of an overarching story. If you were like, this is the only comic, I'd be like, okay, yeah, it's kind of funny. He comes out, he's like, the line is really dramatic and funny, but then like, you know, he's got the face, like, but it doesn't kind of finish it up. Oh, I was talking about the grass comment. Yeah, what I've found is oftentimes you can take a wide open space like that's just flat and bothers you, and if you just add a handful of spots where you draw a few lines for like a grass texture, yours and the reader's brain fills it in pretty well, and just says, oh, that's grass, I got it. So you can do that pretty quickly. I think at least that's what I like to do. You can tell me if it's effective actually, because it works for me, but it may not every brain may read that the same. Oh, like at the bottom part of the fence? Gotcha, yeah. That would also do it. But yeah, this is good. This is good, especially as a setup to a couple more comics. I like the rhythm of contrast that you set up between Willie and Hannah. Where you get a very different feel for each of their households. Yeah. So did you ink this whole thing just during this stream? Nice. Okay. That is pretty solid. Yeah. You had the rough draft, yeah. Makes sense. I do not draw things from scratch all the way through inks in a single 2-hour span yet. So I am not going to be one to judge at any rate. But no, that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I like what you're doing with it. And I was just gonna say, like, I definitely, I think I mentioned it last time, but I definitely have seen the growth in a lot of your recent comics. And you're already coming from a pretty good spot, so I've been enjoying it. Nice work. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for breaking my cow lamp. I don't know if you ever watched much of the Homestar Runner stuff. That was really popular when I was in college. All right, yes. Before I go on that whole ramble, watch me work. Socials. Thank you for the commands. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. That is my schedule. That's right. That segues beautifully into, hey guys, you know what? I'm gonna be back next Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. As is usual, as is in the schedule directly over here. Yes, that's right. I trained to be a TV meteorologist. You can tell because I'm pointing here and not over here. That's right. All right. Yeah, I do probably need to go sleep and stuff, as I'm clearly losing my ability to put together coherent sentences right now, or something like that. But hey, Frank, it's always good to have you here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Daisy. Thanks to anybody who came by. This is always a lurk positive environment. You see my previous comments about me pretty much always lurking and not often being a chat participant. Ooh, you guys are chilly. Holy cow. Yeah, wow. I did not expect you guys to be a full 40 degrees different from us. But also you're sitting under some decent high pressure up there, down there, over there, around there. Also calm winds. Yeah, seems like a good high pressure environment. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for hanging out and letting me share my art time with you. I enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Yeah, I'll be back next week. We covered that one, and what else? I think that's about it. Yeah, clearly I'm exhausted, but it was good hanging with y'all. Have a great night, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.